For over 600 years, the Ottoman Empire stood like a mighty oak, its roots deep, its branches wide, its leaves sheltering millions across 3 continents. It had seen golden ages, great sultans, and mighty wars. But even the strongest trees one day begin to wither. And so began the fall of the Ottomans, not with a single strike, but with cracks that slowly broke its trunk apart. Balance scale: the sick man of Europe. By the 1800s, the once great empire had become known across Europe as the sick man. Corruption was eating away at its heart. Powerful European rivals, Britain, Russia, France, and Austria, now circled the empire like wolves. It began losing lands. Greece declared independence. The Balkans erupted in rebellion. Even the Egyptians, once its subjects, were growing stronger and acting on their own. Inside the empire, different ethnic groups, Arabs, Armenians, Kurds, and more, no longer felt united under the Ottoman flag. And as the empire struggled to modernize, the world was racing ahead. Collision: World War I. The fatal mistake. In 1914, a war erupted across the world. The Ottomans made a choice, and it would seal their fate. They joined the Central Powers, Germany and Austria-Hungary, against Britain, France, and Russia. It was a disastrous decision. On the battlefield, Ottoman forces were stretched thin. In the deserts, Arab tribes rose in rebellion, led by Sharif Hussein and aided by British agents like Lawrence of Arabia. In the east, tragedy struck. The empire began a brutal campaign against its own Armenian population, leading to what would be known as the Armenian Genocide. By 1918, the empire was exhausted, defeated, and humiliated. The once great capital, Istanbul, was under foreign occupation. Crossed swords: the last flame. Turkish War of Independence, but from the ashes of the empire, a new fire began to burn. A soldier named Mustafa Kemal, later called Ataturk, refused to accept defeat. He rallied loyal troops, fought against foreign powers, and pushed back both invaders and the remnants of the Ottoman elite. In 1922, the centuries-old institution of the Sultanate was abolished. The last Ottoman Sultan, Mehmed VI, fled Istanbul quietly on a British warship, the once glorious title of Sultan now nothing but a shadow. A year later, in 1923, the Republic of Turkey was born. The next year, even the Caliphate, the religious title claimed by the Ottomans, was abolished. Candle: the end of the empire. So passed the Ottoman Empire, not with a final battle, but with a whisper of revolution and a roar of change. It left behind a new secular republic, a divided Arab world, a legacy of both greatness and grief. What had begun with Osman's dream under the moon ended with Ataturk's vision of a modern Turkey.